So here we are. I'm going to try to do 3 reviews at once, just to make things go a little faster. So this is the Hero6. We're just going to do an unboxing and put it on this Karma Grip right here. So this is basic gimbal stabilizer. It works with the Hero 5, Hero 6, Hero 4 and 5 session. You need a special adapter for it. I normally have been using a DYS or a Finality, it's kind of the same, for my Hero 4s, and I really like them a lot because they're super easy. You can mount them to a pole, you can mount them, it's got a 1/4-20 on there, so you can mount them to pretty much anything. This guy is got integrated batteries, so you know you're kind of limited on those, so you can't like swap the batteries out in case you're using it on a long trip or something like that. So kind of hesitant about breaking this guy out, but it's been sitting in the shop ever since they first came out. It hasn't sold, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to use it. We're going to test it out. Pretty much main thing right now is going to be riding this Atom Electric. So this is an electric skateboard. They've been making skateboards for about three years now, electric ones. They've been making mountain boards for over 15 years. And I have the B36, which is super solid. It's dual belt driven, so it's got a lot of torque, going up hills and steep grades and stuff like that. It works really well. This is a dual hub, so we're going to compare the two and see belt versus hub. And the only problem is they don't make the dual belts anymore. So if you want anything dual wheel from Atom Electric, it's going to have to be this guy. So let's open it up and we're going to get it out there, test some hills, do some pretty fun spots that I like to go longboarding around here. Boom, here it is. So this is kind of nice, pretty good little retail packaging box. Let's see what we've got here. So inside, got this. And we've got the skateboard just sitting in there nicely. Let's go ahead and pull it out. There it is, full carbon. Let's just toss this down for just a minute. So as you can see, it's got some pretty nice inlays here. Everything is just all integrated, which is kind of cool. And it's definitely a lot cheaper. I think it's like a $7.99, around that range. And so it's a lot cheaper than inboard and those pretty popular boards. So there it is. The wheels kind of look a little beefy. These are huge wheels. They're pretty soft, so I think they're going to be real grippy. Racing uphill and stuff like that. I doubt you can slide these wheels because they're just super rubber grip. And the trucks, they're pretty stiff, so right off the bat we're gonna have to loosen these. Pretty much it. That's the skateboard. It looks nice, huh? Set that guy down real quick. And inside is a little accessory box. Comes with 2 AAA batteries right here, some off-brand, and then our remote here. We've got stop and go. It's pretty easy. Just like that. It's got it boost and an economy mode, off and on. All right. So I know there's a slow mode too. Maybe that's eco. Goes a little slower. The other ones have rechargeable batteries. These aren't rechargeable, so you're gonna have to replace them every now and then. Oh, here we go. And inside here, there's a little switch inside. You can either go turtle mode or rabbit mode. So fast or slow. Okay, most importantly is your AC DC charger. So this plugs in to the wall, plugs into into the board. Should be a DC jack just right around this bottom plate here. So there we go. So this is the skateboard that we're going to take out, and we're going to do filming with the Phantom 4 Pro and Hero 6 using the Karma Grip. Okay, I would recommend any of you GoPro users or users that don't really use GoPros or are thinking about getting them. It's pretty much worthless without a gimbal. If you're walking around with it and you're not mounting it somewhere, You know, having a gimbal saves so much of your footage. Just makes it a lot smoother. Even for like family stuff, if you're running around chasing kids or just chasing your friends and family, if you got it on a gimbal, the footage is just gonna turn out a lot better. Because everyone knows you can't get the footage that GoPro gets in their promo videos. It just never works that way. All right, so let's open this guy, Hero6. I already did a little pre-open right there, but let's see. All it does is slide right out. And it's kind of nice. They waste a mount that's permanently stuck here, so you can't use that again. But inside, I'm assuming that you just have, of course, stickers. Maybe we'll throw one of those on this skateboard. And you've got USB-C to charge it. And a couple little mounts, and we even have SD card. And curved mount, flat mount, whoops, and the battery. Slice right there. Perfect. Karma Grip, ooh. Comes with a case. Okay, so this does come with a case, which is kind of nice. I like that a lot. And open this up. It looks like it's zip tied together. All right, inside. This is really weird. Looks all discolored and powder. It's got like some powder on it. Hopefully that goes away. Yeah, it looks like it just comes off, but yeah. So there's this. Looks like it's gonna sit right in there. I do like the fact that you can control the gimbal. Ooh, it's already on. Oops, you should never turn it on without a camera in there. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Okay. So in you go, in there, and dude, this is actually really difficult to slide off. All right, so inside here, we have a little tab thing in there, and all it is you just pull this thing out and push it in, and that's it. So make sure it's all the way up like that. Then you can pull this, just kind of like that. Don't lose this piece. It's gonna go somewhere. Not sure where, but it's gonna go right in here. This is just gonna slide right in. And make sure those plugs kind of sit in there. Boom. Just like that. Clamps on. Make sure that locks into place. Looks like it's locked in. You can power this on just by pushing and holding. And now we've got stabilized. Pretty happy with this so far. Everything is all integrated. You can see the screen in the back. And you can see I still have the sticker on there. So very limited options here. You know, it's kind of quirky. You know, if you want to like tilt down, you have to hold this button. You know, it'd be nice to just get into a mode where, oh, there we go. So yeah, double click gets you into that mode where it follows the tilt, follows the roll. Single click locks it in there. So all your controls are right in here, so that's kind of nice. That's pretty much all you need. So I think this will be great, especially skating down. I can already see a little bit of a horizon drift. If I move it around like this quite a bit, you can see it does drift a little bit, but it does seem to actually get back. All right, so we got some toys. We're gonna go right now. We're gonna go to this hill over there. One of my favorite hills to skate down. We're gonna skate up it, see if both boards can make it up, and skate down. Because I mean, that's the ideal situation. If you like to longboard and cruise around, you know, skating uphill is really fun to be able to go downhill. So that's kind of the ultimate thing right here. So we're gonna get this charged, get that charged, just that hill up there. All right, let's talk about this Karma Grip along with the Hero6. Now, overall, my impressions are very good with this thing, mainly because everything's integrated and it works well. Quality is really good on the camera. It's nice because it has this screen on here. It's a touch screen. Everything's really intuitive, so real easy to use. And the grip is kind of cool because everything is integrated. When you power the grip on, the GoPro turns on. So it's ingenious, it's wonderful. So you can control everything from here. You don't have to be touching the gimbal, possibly moving your shot around, knocking it around. You don't have to do that. You just push everything right in here. There's a button to start recording, button to change your modes. There's a button to lock the gimbal so you can follow, do a gimbal follow. If you double click it, it stays on follow so you don't have to hold it. So you can get cool shots like this, moving around. Single click brings it back into lock mode, so that way everything stays super level. So if you are shooting handheld with the GoPro, I would recommend that you need a gimbal. Because otherwise, if you're just shooting it off a regular selfie stick, it's going to be real jittery. You're going to have to really concentrate to get those smooth shots. Nice thing is, when you're doing selfies, it almost looks as if another person is holding the camera. As long as you don't have it out here and you can see your arm, if you got it perfect, in this spot, it looks like someone's just holding it and you're walking along. So if you're just doing some stuff with your friends and family, it's great to have this around. It's super small. And the nice thing about the Hero6, it is also really small. So comparing it to something like this, GH5 housing or the 5D housing, this thing's tiny, and this is just the GoPro we're talking about. The grip is not waterproof, so don't take it in the water. So just comparing the camera to this housing is pretty amazing. So if you need to get some tight shots, something really small, mounted on a board, obviously you just use your GoPro. If you want some high quality photos in the tube or getting guys surfing, most pros are using a full-size camera, not GoPros. And of course, GH5 has a higher bit rate, bigger sensor. You're going to get overall better shot. You can do more in post with it than the Hero. One of the things that you will want to watch out for is when you charge this through the USB-C port, what will happen is, as long as everything's up to date, it'll also charge the GoPro. So you'll start charging this, and it'll charge this simultaneously, but it will also turn on the GoPro once you plug it in and it recognizes it's connected. What you'll want to do is turn this thing off so it charges a little faster. Otherwise, you're powering the LCD and charging this and charging the grip. So turn this off, make sure it stays off, and then everything gets charged. One thing you will want to notice is that this takes forever to charge. It seems like hours and hours and hours, probably like 4 hours for a full charge, and it seems like it just lingers on that last dot for a long time. So the nice thing is once it is fully charged, I'm sure you can get at least 2 full days of shooting with it, and you'd still have enough power to keep this, this guy charged as well. And there was a couple instances, I'd say 3 times, I don't know what happened, but I did make sure that everything was fully charged, make sure everything was off, but I go to the camera and the gimbal, and gimbal power's on, and then this guy says it has 0% battery. So I don't know what's going on. I think maybe sometimes that, if you have this down at a lower charge, sometimes the battery energy may leach in through that USB-C and start charging this, even though it shouldn't. So in that situation, your GoPro is completely dead. So I had it die 3 times, but since I was using the gimbal, it charged it up while I was going. But I wasn't able to take this out and use it separately because it was dead, obviously. But you're just gonna have to get it back, charge it on. So one of the things you may want to watch out for is when you do charge it, you may want to take this off or just kind of see what happens if you leave it on and see if yours dies too, because mine definitely did at least 3 times. So my overall impressions of this Atom Electric integrated carbon fiber skateboard is very good. It's got some fat wheels on there, so don't try sliding out. I did take it on some pretty gnarly terrain, and looks like I've got a rock stuck in this wheel. Interesting. So watch out what you're doing with that. But with that said, I was still having a blast. It was like I was snowboarding in the summertime with my shorts and t-shirt on, and it was just a cool feeling just to be able to like bomb down a hill, not have to worry about sliding or worry about braking, by putting your feet down or anything like that. You got, full control over the remote. But, in all actuality, having something like this, if you do like skating hills, is pretty fun because then you can just zoom up the hill, power it up, and then just keep going. So it's kind of like having a chairlift, basically. So people make fun of me and I'm not getting exercise, but you are still getting some exercise. Carving takes a little bit of a core workout to it. So it just pretty much depends on what you want to do. If you can still ride pretty hard with these things. So I would definitely recommend this. We've got, one in stock, basically. We got this one and then one in the showroom. I think you won't have any issue moving it. It's just, a lot of fun. I've got that B36 along with this H16. So me and a friend can go out and have fun and mess around with the gimbal and just ride some hills. It's kind of cool because there's a couple of new paved streets around here. So it's just kind of like endless rides. So if it's not windy, if the surf's not good, or if, a nice day after work, this thing's pretty fun. I use it a lot to mail packages and just cruise around Pismo, check the surf that way. But yeah, you'll see me cruising around Pismo with a couple boxes and stuff like that. Just a daily commuter, just getting around, doing things. It's a lot of fun. All right, it is time to test my electric skateboarding abilities. And this is the Atom Electric B36 dual belt electric skateboard. So it's got a little higher torque than most boards, than the in-hub boards. It's got a nice little carrying handle, which I like. I find it useful. The grip tape is coming off a little bit on the sides and the edges too. I think that's probably because I took a spill on this side. But overall, this is a really nice electric skateboard. I'm pretty happy with it. It's got a lot of speed, around 16 miles an hour. And going uphill is not a problem. Doing carves uphill is so much fun. And I really like this board. I use it pretty much every day to mail packages. I just balance them on here and try to get down to the mail place, which is only like 3 blocks away. So today we're going to test my abilities. This is a 50-pound box, and I'll probably put these in my pocket. And this is a drone here that someone bought. It was a used little racing drone. The only box I had was a Phantom 4 box. So they're going to get really, really excited thinking that I shipped them a Phantom 4 instead. But actually it is what they paid for. And it was a little rodeo drone. We're just going to see if I can make it down there with all this equipment and skate down the street with stop signs, cars, crosswalks. But I do this every day. Not so much with inflatable stand-up paddleboards, but yeah, let's go ahead and just weigh it up and see what we got here. I am zeroing it out. As you can see, that is 0. Oh yeah, 50.08 pounds even. So this is actually 44 pounds. This is the rest. So here we go. Let's do it.